I was originally planning to post part 2 the day after part 1, but things just didn't go as planned. Is RT Spacer with you? One thing that did go my way was the fact this truck is now back up and rolling again. Now it's all thanks to a suggestion made by Guitarded and Broke. Without that, I probably would have made the same mistakes I was making in previous wheel swaps. Now since the last video, I did remove one of the 2 bars that I placed on the base over here on the front, and I put something thinner there because otherwise this truck would be sitting as if there's all sorts of stuff weighing it down to the back, and that just isn't the case. So now there's a more realistic stance here, and I like it a lot. The truck sits a bit higher than it originally did, so I had to drop the hitch down a little bit further. You may not be able to tell just by me saying that. So now, other than the mirrors, this truck is ready to go. I was hoping to get the mirrors done as I was filming. I was hoping to finish these mirrors as I was filming here, but they both came off almost immediately because I wasn't done. Now, if you want to see more on how I do those, I have a 2-part series available titled How I Create 164 Ram Towing Mirrors. If it's not titled that, I ought to change it to that because it focuses solely on Ram towing mirrors. I might do Ford and Chevy at a later time, but I'm saving that for later. Now the wheels on this truck are the Hot Wheels Off-Road Deep Dish Real Riders wrapped in BF Goodrich tires. I've only seen one Hot Wheels truck with those so far. You got it. A super Toyota off-road truck. Now anyone with a trained eye knows that I most likely took a Super I had on the table for trading off the table just to get these wheels on to the GreenLight Ram, and while it did pain me to do that, it's okay because I recently found another Super in store. It's right over here. What is that? The Dodge Charger Daytona? I recently found that in store, not kidding. I've also been working on this little diorama since the month began. It includes a garage body shop by Maisto. That is a build-in-place set. It cost me $5 at Five Below. So you can imagine the quality is not the best. There's no lights on the inside, there's no ramps, no toolboxes. It's missing a lot of stuff a garage should have, but it's nice to start out with. Since the very beginning, I've been using what I have on this channel. Either this truck or the Hot Wheels Ram should be back, because it's about time for a new leaf to come around to do the lawn care again. About once or twice every week, right? Or is it once every other week? Now for those of you with this play tape, or you're thinking of getting it, most likely the lanes will be made up of white stripes. You can make those yellow just by filling it in with a yellow permanent marker. I just use Sharpie. But as long as it's a permanent marker, it should work. Regular markers might rub off, so I'd like to hear from you what kind of car you'd like to see me use as a tow vehicle. This Honda Civic EF is a fine example of what I want to pull trailers this size with. Maybe a bit smaller, but who knows. This is just one of many great cars I received from both JG24 Diecast and Backyard Tag. You'll be seeing a whole lot more where those cars came from in future videos real soon. So a big thank you to JG24 Diecast, Backyard Tag, and Guitarded and Broke for essentially helping to make everything in sight right now possible. Don't know if I'd have done it without them. And I really appreciate you guys who enjoy viewing and subscribe. And also follow me on Instagram, because I'm there now. This is not pretend. I love to do this. It's RT Spacer with you. It's time for me to get rolling.